So what I wanted to do here, guys, was wrap the exhaust and take off the old one. So I started taking off the heat guards, just 2 screws that hold the actual plate on, with some little rubber grommets. And then I moved to the black front section that slides off. There's a little clip at the front there that just slides forward. You have to be careful of that. And then 1 screw at the top that loosens the whole thing. So you can see it's wiggling there. And then all you have to do is move the 2 brackets that hold the cat on from the rear of the pipes there. And then the exhaust should slide off pretty easy. Just give it a little bit of a tug and it'll come off. I'm not going to replace the cat at the front. I don't think it's necessary on this one. So what I'm gonna do is cover it in heat paint. So I did spray the whole unit in a heat paint spray, and then I bought this wrap from Amazon, which is about 30 bucks, I think it was. So I was also given, it comes with like 4 metal clips to hold the actual wrap on. And what it says in the instructions is that you've got to wet the actual wrap. It is fiberglass, so I was wearing gloves. I don't want loads of little bits in my hand. So I sprayed it all down as I went. And what I did was I just sort of doubled over the front end of it and then tied just a plastic zip tie on there and began to wrap it. I did a test first to see if I was wrapping it right and I had enough material, and then I went ahead and sort of wrapped it properly at the end. There you go, you can see it's sort of wrapped there. Gets a bit tricky on the bend there, so you got to sort of pull it tight. And then what I did was I replaced the plastic zip ties with the metal ties. I then sprayed the actual wrap itself and began to put it back on. It's a little bit tricky because you got to sort of push this one from this side first, then put the clamps on. I made a little bit of an error at first and put the silver clip too far up, but that would not allow the clamp to go on. But then I adjusted it so it was a little bit further back and tensioned it up with the torque settings, which are in the instruction manual. Did the same with that side. This was quite tricky, but I did get it there. Then just put the new rear pipe section back on from Total Triumph, fixed the grommet and tightened up the front plate, put that back on with an Allen key, tightened it all up, and just so it's finger tight. I didn't really use a torque setting on that one. And then applied the metal shield back onto it. It was a bit fiddly, but I got there in the end. It just takes a little bit of time. And that sits there loose, and then screwed that back pipe up. As you can see there, that's the brackets and the pipe and all the way back with the new Total Triumph pipes on. Sweet as, looks brilliant. I'm very happy, and I'll be on to the next job, which is the bash plate.